Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm waving in a weird angle, sneaking around my camera. This is my hand. I'm going to be showing some of my Pokemon card collection. We have a lot of different cards here. Yeah, so this is card number 1, and these are in the soft sleeves, and I have some of my better cards and more sentimental cards in the bigger sleeves. So if we look here, we got some damage on the side, but let's see what it is. It is a Porygon from the Rocket set. But one thing I wanted to mention to you guys is all the cards that I'm showing today, minus 3, and I'll let you know which ones those are, were cards that I pulled as a kid and or as an adult. I kind of want the collection to just be all cards that I pulled, or at least some of the more cards my favorite Pokemon I want to come from a pulled deck, which will be very expensive later on, Honestly, the quality of this card is pretty good, and the centering is super nice. There's no scratches or anything on all these because they pretty much went into a binder for the most part. All the cards that I really liked that were actually worth money and were holographics that I probably sold as a child were the pocket cards that I just kept. Looking at the sold list for these cards, I like looking at the prices of cards, not because I'm only in it to sell it, but just because I think it's a good reference just of the rarity of the card and everything, or just the value and everything. Ungraded, decent quality, not in first edition, is around $3. Another ungraded at $4. We're looking at card number 2. Okay, let's see what it's gonna be. It is a Metapod from Neo Discovery, but I love this artwork. There's last sold at $3 ungraded, and then right beneath it there's a $1 one. So I love the highly graded commons almost as much as the holos, just because they're so cool. Love the Neo. If I were to buy a pack, spend $300 to buy a first edition pack, it would probably be a Neo Discovery, one of those, because I love the second set. And this is just a Shelgon from, this is Dragon. That pack is called Dragon. This, by the way, this card looks perfect. I don't see any damage on it, but I think the e-reader series is underrated and underappreciated in a way. It's kind of hard to find pricings for this guy, but we'll go ahead and try anyways. Yeah, so 25 cents. This one's almost more of the nostalgic for me because I only have a few of these e-reader series, so this next card's got a little bit of damage on the sides here, but so this is another Caterpie, real life, action figure clay stuffed animal guy. I think this is clay. But this is from the Neo Discovery as well. I think it's safe to say just, $1. There's the first edition, graded at a 10, sold for 76. That's really fun for PSA grading, or just grading in general, but looking online, it's actually decently hard to find much better quality. So this is base set 2 Venonat. I always liked this card just because the color is so unique, and the art as well seems really interesting. Yeah, base set 2 came out before Rocket, or at least the same year. So yeah, I'd say roughly about $1. Next Pokemon card. It has a little bit of damage here and there, but I'm gonna flip it quickly because it's just another Caterpie. But none of these are creased or bent or anything, just whitening. This is Koga's Pidgey, and I really like the I think it's called Gym Legends. This is Gym Challenge, actually. I really like the Gym Legends and Gym Challenge, where it's this is Koga's Pidgey. That was always really cool to me as a kid. And so there's a $2 one for non-graded $1. Nothing too crazy, but it is a Porygon from Neo Destiny. I always like this card because sharpen, and it looks like it's actually doing the move that it's sharpening. So this card, there's no special reveal because I was running out of soft sleeves, so I packaged this one. because I have two, and it's the Bagon from that Dragon e-reader series. Just figured I'd point that out each time. But it is Meowth from Jungle Set. I'm just like trying to think of like how I like could have possibly saved these but sold other ones. I guess just because like, you know, it's easier to sell holographic cards, you know. Yeah, pretty fun. This card's actually in pretty good like shape. The front looks like almost flawless, but of course there's some noticeable whitening on these sides. I butchered Meowth's name. What the heck? There's a dollar one. Oh wow, there's someone graded. See, like, you know, this card you just saw, like that other card that sold for, you know, $1 for base set 2. You know, like, even though it got like a shitty rating, like it's still worth so much more because, you know, to get this sent in, I think at CGC is like $25 and it'll take like 2 months to get back. So like just the fact that it's been graded and it's got a fun case it'll raise the value quite a bit. This next card is one of my favorites because it's so cute. And honestly, it looks amazing. There's like a little nick down here, but it looks pretty great. Sentret from Neo Genesis, I believe it's called. Yep, Neo Genesis. So this was the second, you know, Johto Pokemon. Yeah, really great centering, honestly. And just with a few whitenings in the back, this could probably reach like 6.5, maybe even a 7 if they're feeling generous. There's one that sold for $2. A first edition PSA 7 for $35. Pretty fun. This card's pretty beat up. This is the first card, and I think the only card that I have that has like some pretty like severe crease. I mean, it's really minor, but in terms of like grading cards, it's really severe. But it is Erica's Gloom. So the Pidgey was from Gym Challenge, and Erica's Gloom was from Gym Legends. But pretty cute. Not a huge fan of Erica or her Gloom. That episode kind of sucked in the anime as well. But you know, one for $1. No creases, just a lot of whitening. But it is Gloom from our Neo Genesis. Just another nice Gloomies. But it is a Rainbow Energy from not Dragon, but one of the e-readers. Is this? Oh no, this is Sun and Moon. I'm stupid, but whatever. So this is, you know, one that I pulled in my like kind of renaissance of getting back into collecting Pokemon, which I've only opened like 4 packs since I've gotten back into Pokemon because of the scalpers and everything. But so there's one for $1.40, so around $2 it's looking like. But you would probably be the only one to do it. See, like, I mean, that was PSA 10. But to, you know, to get it graded and stuff, like, people will buy it, even if it's just a random shitty card. Pretty damaged, and I bet you're thinking, okay, this is a damaged card, so it's gonna be awesome. And it is. But it is the Neo Discovery Sentret. And I love Sentret as a Pokemon, so I'm glad that I got to keep these childhood pulls. So first edition, about $3. Non-first edition, about $1. Nice looking card, a little bit of whitening, but it's not like anything that sentimental. It's just a reverse Bryony. This card was technically pulled by my partner. This was like one of 2 packs that we've opened together. But I kind of like, you know, this is like, sentimentally it's a little bit there because it's like one of the first cards that I've pulled since getting back into Pokemon, and I think the artwork is actually super fun, and so I cherish it for what it is. But this is Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon came out 4 years ago, so yeah, $1.50 ungraded. Probably not going to see any graded. Oh, there's a PSA 10 that sold for $13. Wow. I know it's, what is that graded? GMA. GMA doesn't necessarily sell for that high. We have another Sentret of the Neo Discovery. Really good. Some whitening at the bottom and top. But this could probably be a 7. And decently damaged, but not Nothing too crazy again. But this is Blaine's Doduo. The gym challenge, aka the second gym one. So yeah, looks like someone sold it for $262. Okay, new card. Pretty off-centered, at least a little bit, with a little bit of whitening, but this is Light Sunflora. I believe it's Neo Destiny. Okay. I don't really like Sunflora, but I was really interested with the like light, you know, kind of subtitle. Non-first edition, $2. Another $2 one. GMA graded one that sold for pretty light. So yeah, I bet GMA does cheap gradings, but decently damaged, but not so crazy. But it is a jungle, not base set. Holy cow, look at that centering. I didn't even notice that before. Super off-centered, but I kind of like the off-center cards just for my own curiosity. So graded first edition PSA 8 is $30, which is actually less than I thought. So $6. We're seeing the end of our lightly sleeves, and we're gonna get into the more juicy boys. That sounded awful. I will never talk again. But it is a Vigoroth from another e-reader series. This is Sandstorm, right? That's right. I've always actually kind of liked the Slacking line, but yeah, really cool. And the reverse is $5. That one sold for $4, so not so bad. A 10, wow, sold for $250. But this is a nice looking card. It has a tiny bit of like whitening at the top, which this is the most recent card that I got, that I pulled. Well, technically this is a promo, Black Star promo Hatena. It came with the Darkness Ablaze. It was like had a promo and a little blister, Darkness Ablaze with a coin, but it doesn't have any scratches or print lines or anything weird. But pretty cool. I think these are worth a little bit amount, which I like the promo cards, especially now that they don't say promotion on the freaking card, say full scroll. So yeah, these are going anywhere from $1 to $5. 0 results. Okay. So, I mean, if you have one of these and you get it graded quick, you might be one of the first ones to try selling it on eBay, which might increase the value just there. Spoiler alert, the fact that this card looks this good is really nice. There's a tiny bit of whitening down there. But it is a Doduo from base set 2. As a kid, like, the things you like the most, you like take with you everywhere, and you know, get damaged enough to like throw away or like sell and get rid of, and like the stuff that you keep in the binder because you don't really care about it is the stuff that you wind up having. But yeah, these, I mean, this is probably going to be like $1. I had $9 for 5 GMA. I mean, I think this would get higher than 5, so this might be worth, you know, like around $15 or something. Pretty damaged, especially in that corner. But it is a Coughing from Rocket. So first edition 9 went for $15, which is really cheap. There's one that's $1.50. Okay, next card is Energy from Sandstorm, multi-energy. There's non-holo for $2, sold raw. We have a really nice looking card in terms of quality, and it is another energy. This is from a different e-reader series, the Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah, there's a reverse holo version, but normal version, you know, about $2 to $1. Next card's a little bit special, and you'll see why in a second. It's the only Japanese card that I have. It looks pretty good, honestly. There's like a little bit of crud on the top left corner. But it is a Parasect, and this card does have a decent crease here. Japanese. I remember I bought a Japanese pack because like as a kid I actually liked getting the Japanese cards because it was like really interesting to me to like see Japanese text and everything, and you know, still is cool. This is from Neo Revelation. Yeah, about $1. Most of the times you had to put in that they're Japanese or whatever, because the Japanese cards are generally worth less sometimes. First edition PSA 10 for 66, but obviously this is far from that. I see virtually no damage besides that little speck, and it is a Vibrava from Dragon series. Pretty damaged as well, so you know it's going to be good. And it's Erica's Executor from Gym. Gym. White is Gym Heroes. Okay. But yeah, I love this card. Again, not a huge fan of Erica, but any gym card is awesome. And I'm a pretty decent fan of Executor. Oh my god. Destroy my cards. I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, pretty decent. $4. Looks pretty good. There's a little neck at the top left, but it is the reverse Rose Tower from Darkness Blaze. But yeah, again, one of the first, you know, uncommon or rare reverse cards that I pulled from Renaissance of opening cards. So yeah, around $1 to $2, ungraded, no graded. And our last of the standard sleeve guys is a Bounsweet, whatever how you pronounce it. But yeah, this card's I love the new reverses, how that looks. It's really cute. That's pretty much all I need to see of that. Okay, now we're going to be moving on. Let's start off with these three guys, which is our top loaded. And I'm starting off with these because these are cards that I have purchased and not pulled from a pack. So I kind of want to keep these separate, at least like in terms of in my head and stuff. This one's obviously super heavily damaged. I bought this off Facebook Marketplace from a local person. In fact, all three of the cards that I have so far, or have, are from Facebook Marketplace from one guy. It is base set 2 Squirtle. Funny story, I actually kind of thought that this was just base set and not base set 2 when I bought it, because the picture quality was really bad. These sell for about $4 to $5. Well, there's an $20. I like paying more like for someone like in person rather than like a, you know, like a little business online kind of deal. Yeah, another decently damaged card, but nothing too crazy, honestly. This is probably the second best condition out of the cards that I got from them. And it is a Pikachu from base set 2 Yellow Cheeks. I don't think base set 2 had red cheeks. I mean, not even nostalgia. I just like the purple outline, like the coloring and everything is just like really awesome in that card. Base set 2, $4 to $5. That 2 unlimited, $35. Still like that, you know, even at a PSA 6, which I think this would probably get more like a 4 or 5. Decent rating. But this is actually a base set, and it's Charmander, which is the second most expensive out of the starters, I think, besides Pikachu. But this card actually is in decent shape for the most part. Like, yeah, it's got some decent whitening here and everything, but compared to the other ones that I got from them, it's actually pretty good. There's a unlimited one, so mine for $9. There's one, so a 9 got 37, which is, I think, a little bit undervalued technically, because this one got graded a 7. Anyways, I'm really excited about this card, at least. It's really cute. Okay, and our first of these are the ones that were my childhood cards that I pulled myself. So actually really good condition considering it is a Jungle Kingsgon, non-hollow, unfortunately, but still really crazy. Just now looking, the background is so shitty. It's like really pixelated. Like, so that one's more like it, like 7. That one sold for $1.70. I think a lot of times, like, this was like, you know, 6 bids, so they started the bid at like you know, a penny, and then like they were hoping that it would go higher, and this person, there's no bid, so they were just selling it at a flat rate at 7, and that one was 9 bids to get to 5. Any graded first edition, that's not mine. See, like the GMAs, you're selling for 9 first edition at 850. There's no way. How'd you do that? These, it's like freaking boob Pokemon card. Here's one, 8 sold for $26. Get those boobs off my screen. So this is another card that looks pretty great. A lot of the ones that I put into the top loaders were ones that survived and were pretty great. So yeah, this is Whippoonbell Jungle. But yeah, I always love this artwork, like the little bird. I love like when non-Pokemon animals are in Pokemon as well. It's always really interesting. It's around the same. So this one sold for $2, unlimited sell. So here's a 8.5 that sold for $17.50 with Jungle. I don't think mine's quite an 8.5. But I could be surprised. I've actually never gotten anything graded, so. Okay. Another decent looking card. A little bit of white like Nick up there. A little bit of whitening on the corners, but Dodrio Jungle Set. Another non-first edition. I do have some first editions, I promise. They're coming up. Yeah. I always liked this card actually. And I kind of like Dodrio as a Pokemon. It's pretty cool. The anime episode where they're like racing was always one of my favorites. What was that? The guy that rode the Dodrio, what was his name? Jarek? It was like, it sounded like a jerk. It was like Jarek. $1, $3. Just kind of fluctuating. That's first edition for 12. GMA 6 sold for $19. So that's not bad. I think this could get a 6. But it is the rare Ditto, not holographic, fossil. Which is pretty cool. This card is estimated higher than what it sells for, which is kind of funny. Yeah, looking like a $9. On the app, it was like $20, but yeah, it was like 9. There's an unlimited sold 8.5 for $33. So card doesn't look so bad. There's something there. I don't know if it's dirt or not. I just recently figured out this is XQ. I just recently figured out that you can clean your cards by yourself if you're really careful with like glasses cloths and a tiny dash of water, as long as it doesn't feel that wet. But yeah, another card I really like the art. It's very like old 90s like anime. That one went for about $1. There's a graded 8.5 or yeah, 8.5 unlimited, graded 8, so around $10 at an 8, at least with the GMA, which tend to go for a little bit less. So okay, our next card, it's got some decent whitening on the bottom left, but I put it in top loader because it's an Eevee. I think it's the only Eevee I have. It's from Rocket. There's literally be an ad. So that Japanese one sold for $6, that one $2. I've seen some sell for like $10, non-graded, but 8.5 unlimited for $40. And if you see, like, most of the scratches on these, if not all, are going to be on the actual top loader themselves. But this is the other Hatena. This one looked a little bit better. It's actually a little bit more off-centered left to right, but it didn't have like the damage at the top, because this is the Black Star promo, and you know, they come like in the like not in the packs and stuff. So yeah. So here's another really nice looking card, because it is a Pokemon Breeders Nurturing. This is out of the 2 packs we pulled, we actually got something pretty good. This is the full art silver. So yeah, the rainbow one, which is a little bit more rare, go for $6.50. But like, you know, see just these two, like this one sold for more, like just randomly. That one sold for $13, $10. Most of the specs that I'm looking at are on the top loader, not the actual card, because it is a new one. It is Espeon GX. This is the first hit that I got, and it was from the first pack that I bought out of the Renaissance. This is the GX, so yeah, this one raw around $5. Yeah, there's a 9.5 that went for 10. Oh, I thought I saw one that was that went for a lot more. 9.5, so 6.5 that also went for 10. That's funny. Anyways, I like the card. I thought that the freaking like that's so phallic. That like arm looks like pretty disgusting. Okay, looking good. There's another new Scented Scourge V. This one I definitely remember my partner pulling. Yeah, pretty cool. I actually really like Scented Scourge. They're one of my favorite from the new Pokemon. Okay, so yeah, around raw, it's around. I sell it for $5. I sell one for $1. Here's a PSA 10 that got $51, and these are pack fresh, so you never know. This one obviously looks a little older. It's got some damage on it. It is Clefairy First Edition Neogenesis. So the first one in that line is on the top loader. Decent condition. There's a little dot, like a little speck on the top. But honestly, this is in pretty great condition. But it is one of the few first edition cards that I kept. There's one for $7, one for $3, one for $11, which a little damage, but is a first edition Spanish Golbat. I remember buying a Spanish pack because I wanted to like get different Pokemon cards from different languages. Even as a kid, I thought it was fun. Which the Spanish does generally, like if it's not English, it takes down the value a little bit, but still, I think it's really fun. And I remember really liking this artwork. So yeah, $5 raw. That one's $13 raw. There's a 9.5 for 50. Very sad about it, but whoops. It's a Weedle from Neo Discovery. This is like one of my favorite artworks of all time. First edition. Beloved card. Amazing. This is to kind of like show like the. There's a 10. Whoa, that's so fun. For 80. Raw around $2 to $4. Pretty decent looking card. That scratch up there is on the top loader. And a little bit of whitening on the back. But this is a base set Bulbasaur, which is awesome because Bulbasaur was my favorite starter. And look at that. I love this artwork as well. Doing Leech Seed. I love whenever they do the move that they're saying they're doing. $4. So on average it's worth like $7.5, $17. There's an 85 for 38. I had to do it to them because this, as far as I can remember, I always, whenever I was growing up, I always considered this the first card that I ever got. Slowpoke, fossil set. And obviously I have cards from base set, but back then they would sell like fossil. I think even like whenever they had like Neo Discovery and Genesis, like they would still have like base set you can get and fossil and jungle. So yeah, really, it's so funny of an artwork, by the way. Just like Slowpoke in like the most abstract green like background. Yeah, unlimited. So 23, 8.5s around 13. This is probably more like a 5 though, but still really fun. I'm definitely gonna get this one sent in and graded since it's, you know, one of my most sentimental cards. One thing before I go so I can eat, I do want to show you, because I want to show you the cards that I got recently in auctions. Because I don't want to buy too much online because I want to like save. I want to like save up to open the packs, but like it's just so expensive to open, you know, any of these. So, but I like the pack opening experience, obviously. I got base set Ninetales for $15 free shipping. Magneton base set holo for $10. I think the shipping was like $9. And then another Ninetales for $7 with free shipping. Really good value, honestly. The Magneton looks pretty good, honestly. Like, it looks really good. Let's go back to, and then the other Ninetales is pretty similar. There was like a crease, but I only got it for $7, so. Low pop 10. Oh, 8.5. Okay. So 8.5 unlimited, $43. There's a raw one for 18. That raw one from Japan was only 3 because in Japanese packs back then, every pack was you would get a guaranteed holo. But yeah, I know that they're so roughly, you know, they go around $12, so I got it around the right price. So there's PSA 9, 140, which obviously mine's not going to be a PSA 9 on 5.5, which is probably what mine is going to be for $40. But yeah, excited stuff. Okay, see you guys later.